NCR is facing a serious air pollution crisis. Having said that, the choke season is back, making things worse for citizens who are living in Delhi-NCR. The AQI surged to 399 last night, and by 10 p.m. it crossed the dangerous 400 mark. This is not just bad air, it's hazardous to one's health. Considering the steep rise in the AQI, Stage 4 of the Grap has been implemented. The CAQM subcommittee on Grap has also called for an emergency meeting. In lieu of the given condition, schools have adopted the hybrid model, including Delhi, Gurugram, Faridabad, Ghaziabad, and Gautam Budh Nagar. And while breathing clean air has become a task for citizens in Delhi-NCR, it is a double whammy in the northern region. Several parts of North India continue to witness a cold wave. According to IMD, cold wave conditions are likely to prevail over major parts of northwest India and central India during the next 5 days. In Noida, schools are to begin from 9 a.m. onwards because of the prevailing cold wave in the region. Now, this is the latest as far as the double whammy that is being witnessed in the capital, because it's not just pollution that the residents of the National Capital Region have to deal with, but it is also cold wave conditions. As far as the pollution is concerned, last night itself, the air quality index, the levels had crossed 400. And as we mentioned, it's not just bad air to breathe, it is hazardous to your health. But when we also talk about cold wave conditions, that is also something that is being experienced by the residents of the National Capital Region. And to bring us more, we're crossing over to my colleague Kritika, who joins us on the broadcast. Kritika, double whammy, pollution and cold wave conditions. What is the situation like today? Tell us more about where you're reporting from.
Right, Aisha, currently we're reporting from the flyover near Akshardham temple, and I'll request a camera person to pan towards the visuals right now. You'll be able to see how a thick layer of smog, in fact, is back in the national capital, and it's completely engulfing the temple infrastructure right now. We're barely able to see the outline of the structure this morning, and at the back of it, where all these residential buildings are, that is completely shrouded in this grey layer of haze. On your screens, you can also see towards the Akshardham metro station also, all the green cover, it's all covered in this layer of smog. As of the temperatures this morning, we're seeing that the minimum temperatures are a little better than yesterday. They're hovering around the range of 5 degrees Celsius, 5.2 being the lowest that has been recorded this morning in Ayanagar. Now, the pollution situation in the capital is worsening by the hour. Yesterday, we saw that the numbers continuously grew. By night, it was already 401. And this morning as well, we're seeing that the pollution level has crossed the severe category mark. On your screens, also near the green cover towards the Akshardham temple, you'll be able to see how there is also the movement of cars. Now, a lot of vehicular movement has also been restricted in light of Grap Stage 4, wherein BS3 petrol and BS4 diesel vehicles are also not allowed to be plied, not only in the city of Delhi, but also in Noida, Ghaziabad, Gurgaon and Faridabad as well. Now, already 13 stations in the national capital are reeling under severe plus levels of pollution, because of which a lot of enforcements have also come into action. We're seeing that mechanical sweeping has begun in the city of Noida as well. Greater Noida too reels under the severe category of pollution. Now, as per the forecast for the next 3 days as well, we'll be seeing that the severe category of pollution continue for the next day as well, and then it will again dip back into the very poor levels. So definitely the respite that citizens had from the severe levels only lasted about 25 days, and the visuals on your screens again goes on to show that the baseline pollution in the National Capital Region is at its peak, because only when the weather is favorable, only when we have wind speeds ranging upwards of 8 kilometers per hour to 15 kilometers per hour, that is when we are able to see dispersion of pollutants. Because currently on your screens also you can see how with the foggy situations coming back into action, the smog is also quite visible. And as soon as the humidity increases as it has been since yesterday. We're at 100% humidity, which is why mist and fog also continues to form, and it all just makes the cocktail which we wished to not come in December back again. Now, with the dipping in temperature, we'll be seeing that these conditions will more or less remain the same till the end of this month, even though in the beginning we were breathing in one of the cleanest air in years, even though it was still in the poor to very poor category. Over to you.
Absolutely. Kritika, do remain with us. You just mentioned that these are the conditions that we're going to be witnessing until the end of the month at least. So what are the advisories which have been issued for residents? How are they supposed to combat what's taking place as far as the double whammy is concerned?
Definitely. As far as the cold wave goes, the IMD has cautioned residents to make sure that they do not ignore any signs of shivering. As soon as any sort of shivering starts happening, they should move ideally indoors. And in general, also, it is the time now to layer up with multiple layers of warm clothing and not just rely on one heavy woolen jacket. So this is how the cold wave can be dealt with by the citizens. The Air Pollution Board, the Central Pollution Body, has also requested RWAs and citizens who have security staff at night or workers at night around their place to provide them with electric heaters, so any form of open burning can be curbed. Now, as far as the pollution, again, with the severe and severe plus levels are
Kritika, very
concerned, we will
important
be
points
showing
that
you
you
how
are bringing us.
school
I do
buses.
request that you remain with us. We also want to get a word in from my colleague Yavar, who now joins us from the ground. He's joining us from Srinagar itself to tell us more about the situation there. Yavar, how chilly is it?
Well, it's too cold to share. In fact, the Srinagar has recorded the coldest night previous, and in fact, the mercury has settled down to minus 5.6. Anantnag remains the coldest as well, where the mercury dips down to several notches and settled down at 8.9. Dras is the coldest as well, with the minus 23. Right now, I'm reporting from the Delhi Srinagar, where you can see the thick frost has gripped all across. In fact, the minimal fog has engulfed this entire, Dal Lake. However, the officials they have maintained that they are closely monitoring the situation on the grounds, and through the inspections, various things have been put in place. The government is ensuring that there will be less electricity curtailment, and there will be full water supply during the winters. Sources in the government tells us that the Chief Minister Omar Abdullah has also directed for the preparedness of the winters, and he has also chaired a high-level meeting with regard to the preparedness for the boon-chilling winters. This year, the winter will be very crucial in the Kashmir Valley due to the La Nina effect, and from 21st of the December, the Chile Kalan, that's the coldest period of the Kashmir Valley, a 40-day harshest winter period here is going to begin, and it's unlikely that this Christmas the Kashmir Valley will witness the heavy snowfall. However, the officials in the MET, they confirmed to us that on 21st of the December, there is likely a spell of the snowfall that will occur mostly in the high reaches of the Kashmir Valley. However, there's a dry weather condition that's persisting till 26th of the December. So unlikely that the Christmas will witness a heavy snowfall in the Srinagar or elsewhere. But it's hoping up that this new year, the Kashmir will witness a good spell of the snowfall all across. Now, health concerns has gaining the grounds as well due to the intense cold condition that's persisting here over a couple of weeks. The health advisories have been issued, although the schools up to the primary level have already been closed by the authorities due to the intense cold that has already prevailed here. Now, all the eyes are on the government's winter preparedness, that what will be the scene all across, because the government has buckled up for the harshest period beginning from 21st of the December. Back to you, Aisha.
Absolutely. Yavar, thank you so much for joining us from Srinagar. Kritika, thank you for joining us from the NCR. We'll continue to track the developments as far as pollution and the cold wave are concerned. Right now, we're heading into a very short break. Do